So, like I said, I try to keep up with the transitional phases of a man that's boxed in, like that a man that's boxed in, been boxed in his whole life, wondering why, why the isolation, why the ostracization. He ostracized most of his life. I don't even know if I'm saying the word ostracize most of his life and whatnot. And I wonder, like, what's going on, like, and it's almost like it makes you feel like that. It makes you feel like there's some type of secret corporation set up just for people like you to go down. It makes you feel like somebody's trying to steal your body in a body snatcher type of way and then lie about what happens to your essence later. My only tactic is using diplomacy to identify. I see that the issue came, like my mental flaws, they came from identifying the wrong way. So I reversed that. I try to repent from the one pathway that I was walking and choose a new pathway. And the new pathway that I try to walk is how to identify. Is that a part of my lifestyle? Is that a part of my routine? Can I fit that in a routine? Where am I headed? Where am I coming from? These are questions that, people should always ask themselves if they come from a rough patch of life that just kind of reads you the wrong way, that paints you the wrong way, and you kind of help with that painting or that illustrative about yourself by making bad decisions. So that's my new thing. I read online that there's a such thing as the identity crisis in America. And you can look this up. It's like a real thing, identity crisis. Regardless if you're a part of social groups such as gangs or what do they call that? Structuralized religion, or, if you're a part of life coaching groups. There's still sometimes an identity crisis that is constantly going on in the country because they have so many different generations that are popping out. And then on top of that, I read about emotional tired, to be emotionally tired. And that's a real thing. Like, people can be emotionally tired. And once you're emotionally tired, you can make bad decisions. And I feel as though I was an individual that could speak from the standpoint of a live witness about being emotionally exhausted to the point that I became susceptible to the wrong type of role. And it hurt my life and my character and my reputation and my lifestyle so evidently clear. So, I throw it out here like this as a means to diplomatically state the problem to individuals that might hear it and say, maybe I'm emotionally tired in these situations, or maybe I'm identifying with this, that, and the third, or I have a friend that was having a hard time with identifying, or, these things I feel as though help, it help ignite the spark that could possibly generate something for a betterment of individuals and peoples, children and adults, so that the wrong decisions aren't made, and so that they could be able to identify the correct way and be able to fix their identity if they feel as though they have a problem with it. And I think that you would have to be, like, politically correct about, like, trying to be upfront about what it is to this one person or that person. And it's not my job to call it for everybody. But I know one thing I learned is that there was an identity crisis going on way before I was a child. And it still was going on when I got in trouble and when I got out of trouble.